Hi everyone and welcome to RevMax.com. In this video tutorial, I want to show you how to use our day and week parting so you can optimize your campaigns based on what days of the week and what time of the day convert the best. So as soon as you log into your self-hosted tracker, you're brought to our dashboard where you're going to brief snapshot overview of all your active and inactive campaigns. If you'd like, you can select that here. But to get to the week and day parting, you want to hover over reporting, go down to metrics, and then select week or day parting. So to start, I'm going to go with the week parting. Now this is going to come off of whichever campaign that you have selected here. So I'm going to click on campaign 5 and go from there. You can select any of your campaigns here. You can start typing the name or the number if you know it, and I'll bring it up right here. But this is going to show you what day of the week converts the best. Now you can see you can drill down. You can start to drill down by hour, and you can drill down again by the campaigns and landing pages and all that stuff. But I like to look at the campaign like on a whole overview. So I can see, well, what day is this campaign performing the best? Because especially with mobile campaigns, you'll see that on the weekends or the days of the week with some downtime, they typically convert the best. Now for this campaign, it's pretty straightforward across the board. You can see that Saturday in particular, though, has the highest ROI. And this isn't uncommon for mobile campaigns. You can see this specific, this Saturday, and this is all time, so this is on all the Saturdays that the campaign ran. You can see that out of all this, there's 135 conversions, or 103% ROI. So the cost was $1,000 and the profit was $2,000. So that's a nice return. And so when we see this, we know that on Saturdays we should obviously scale up our traffic. I always recommend to affiliate marketers that are just testing a new campaign, if it's mobile, maybe just test it on Saturday, since it traditionally converts the best across the board. But you really never know until you test. I always say there's no reason to guess when you can test. So you test everything and then you can look at it. And we make it very easy to run these reports. So you can run it, if you have just a week's worth of data, you can look at it on a weekly basis. This is one of my favorite reports, especially when I'm running app install campaigns, because I'll notice that depending on, especially on the hour of the day, an app install campaign converts the best. So let's go over and look at the hourly reporting. So we go back to metrics and we click on day parting. And you can see we're still on campaign 5 here. And this is going to break it down by hour. So we can see what hours are getting us the best ROI. Now, when we look at this, look to our right to our ROI. You can notice that the 11 a.m., 12 p.m. is a great ROI, but before then, there's a couple of bad hours. These early morning hours don't convert as good. But as we get down here, like 11 p.m. does really good, but 10 p.m. doesn't. And so what you can do with this report is when you're buying traffic, most traffic networks, even all the self-serve ones, allow you to day part your campaigns. So turn them off during these bad hours. If you have a campaign that you can't get profitable, start looking at the hours that don't convert and don't run. And you're not even penalized. Even Google AdWords and some of the other mainstream sources like Facebook, they'll let you start a campaign and day part it throughout the day, so you're not running during the hours that aren't converting. And this is just a great way to turn a campaign that's not profitable into a profitable campaign without doing anything other than altering when you run it. Now, it is important to note that this is based off of Central Time, because that's what I've set my tracker to default to. You might want to set this to whatever the local time is to wherever you're running. You might want to just set it based on that time so you get a better view, because obviously this campaign is Australia, so you wouldn't want to look at it in the United States time zone, because it's not going to align with what it is in Australia. So a lot of times I'll go to my traffic source and see what's the traffic source using, and then I'll select that from here, and that way I'll make sure that it can get kind of confusing when you're setting up your traffic source on when to day part it. So if you know that your traffic source reports on a certain time zone, make sure that you are selecting that. That may sound like a no-brainer, but that really is an important metric. And what I also like here is you can select what landing page too. You can drill down by landing page, because maybe it's a different lander that you're using that works better during certain hours of the day. And that's a big one, especially if you're promoting campaigns that deal with dating and stuff like that. The lander can have a big difference, especially the time of day. I already mentioned the app installs. This is tremendous for app installs, because of what I see with a lot of my own app install campaigns is that things convert better after about 5 p.m. wherever you're running it. So if I'm running an app install in the United States, after 5 p.m. when people start getting off work, they're more entailed to go download and convert the app after 5, after they're off work, and can actually download it and play the app app or do whatever they're wanting to do with it. I see a lot during the day, someone might be online trying to get a coffee, they might be at work and they might get distracted. So those hours should be eliminated, because that's where you can grab your ROI. So using the RevMax Self Hosted Tracker, it's very, very easy to track all your campaigns and know specifically when things are working and when things are not, and for further optimization. So you don't have to do it. It's not really rocket science, but it's just seeing this data in a nice, orderly format to where you can grab it, because the day of the week and the time of the day make a tremendous difference. And especially to campaigns that you don't have a lot of room to optimize on. That anything you're direct linking to, there's not a lot of optimizations unless you can sort out your traffic, or if you can get a pay bump on the offer. There's really not a lot of things that you can actually split out, but the time of the day you really can. So if your competition, if they're going to try to run all day, they might have a campaign that's the same campaign as you, but they might be losing money because they don't know when the good hours are, or they don't know how to day part, or maybe they don't care. A lot of beginners might just set their campaign to run and they spend all their budget in these bad hours. I mean, look here, if we were just spending, let's just say we were just spending during 1 p.m. Let's say we set the campaign up in the morning and it started running by 1 p.m. Look, it's not working. It's negative ROI. So we'd say, well, why doesn't the campaign work? Well, we ran it during an hour. It doesn't work. So I recommend when you're starting new campaigns, spread it out over the full course of the day so you can see is it a specific time when it converts. So I hope this helps. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions. This is all automatic. You don't have to worry about configuring any of this. Just as soon as you start running traffic, this data will collect and report accordingly. Let us know if you have any questions. But other than that, happy tracking with RevMax.com.